point of this podcast, we're gonna make an email. You send us your problems, and yeah, we'll give you our 2 cents, and whatever we say or tell you to do, take it on board or leave it. It might just help you. It might make your situation worse. We're not accountable for what you do.
Or you know what? As I'll extend an olive branch. Even if your stories, even if you don't need help, right? Even if your stories are just interesting or funny or like weird, or you were like at an uncle's wedding and like something really fucking strange happened.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know, you want a second opinion.
if you don't know how to process what you witnessed.
Yeah. If you're like going through grief, then like, you know, we might even amplify the grief. You know, we might make it worse.
We might make you sadder.
But we might make it better.
True.
We might make it better.
You know, nothing ventured. What is it? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think that's the same.
Yeah.
I think that's the same.
Yeah. See, we're already displaying our ignorance right now.
Okay. And look, and we're about to give an example. Okay. So for now, since there's like no one listening.
Exactly.
Again, apart from the future G's on Patreon.
Hold tight, my Patreon man. Then.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna use like we're just gonna use some like Reddit posts and stuff.
Yes.
And siphon those, and you can get the general vibe of what we're going for. And if you feel courageous enough, email us.
I mean, you can stay anonymous.
Yeah, you can stay anonymous. I mean, it would be nice. Give us a fake name, at least. Give us a fake name.
I mean, if you want to stay anonymous, or you know,
I feel like even if you give us a fake name,
yeah, we'll shout you out.
We'll shout you out, and then also like
you'll know.
Yeah, like could be a gamer tag or like, but then it gives us an insight into your mind as well, and like where you're at mentally.
And we will judge you on your chosen name if it's corny.
I'm not accepting any emails from anyone called Xavier.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a shit name.
I feel like we're alienating our audience already.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, fine. You can write in if your name is...
Okay, we'll allow Xavier.
We'll allow like 2 Xaviers.
But when we get really big, we'll stop because we don't have to put up with it anymore.
True. Yeah, we can kind of just do what we want.
So get us to where we want to be and then kindly make yourself scarce.
And like, there's going to be look, we'll be honest as well. There's going to be a point where, you know, this podcast gets big and you're going to question like, well, it's not as good as it used to be. Frankly, don't give a shit about your opinion at that point. You've run your course.
Listen, you bought me my house on the hill. Like,
yeah, you've done like this. Like when we're reading out sponsors and you're getting upset because it's interrupting your focus.
I feel like we're really like twisting the knife, you know, just like, you know.
You'll get wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
You're getting upset because it's ruining your focus, right? And you feel, you know, we're blowing up on Twitter. You're like, oh, I need to tweet them, whatever. Just don't, because we're not gonna give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be counting my stacks.
I'll be too busy.
I'll be driving my kids to school with your hard-earned money.
Just know. Yeah.
But we love our fans. We do.
Yeah,
thank you for supporting the podcast. Anyway, after that very long and inflammatory tangent, we're going to use the problems of Reddit to supplement our lack of clout and actually produce some content until you start writing into us with your problems. So
exactly.
Here we go.
Okay, so I'll read the first one. It's an Am I the Arsehole post. So the title is Am I the Arsehole for picking up my sister when she didn't want to babysit and causing the parents to lose $250. My younger sister came to visit our city for a few weeks as part of her summer vacation. She split her time between my place and my aunt's place. So the person writing is 20, her younger sister is 15, and their aunt is 30.
All right.
Cool?
All right, cool.
Right? They didn't give you that little parenthesis. I've done that. Okay? So if I've just made things clearer...
World building.
Yeah. Anyway. My aunt has 2 toddlers. Their ages aren't given. My aunt has 2 toddlers and is currently on maternity leave. While my sister was at my aunt's, she spent most of her time babysitting (brackets unpaid) end brackets. While my aunt went out to see friends, get her nails done, dates with husband, etc. Every single day she was there. She was babysitting for between 4 to 8 hours a day. There was one day where my aunt was gone all day, came home briefly, and went back out again for the evening, leaving my sister with the kids literally all day. Literally.
All day.
What can we gather from that? So far, it sounds like the auntie's
kind of a bitch.
Yeah. Going out to get her nails done.
Oh, self-confidence. What a cow. What a cow for trying to like...
How dare she?
Yeah, she just had 2 kids and she's trying to look pretty again.
How dare she keep the delicate flame of the relationship ignited with her husband by going on date nights?
Or letting children stopping her from feeling sensual.
Yeah. Wait, didn't she say she's on maternity?
Yeah.
Does that mean there's another one on the way? She said toddlers.
No, maternity is... Well, yeah, maternity lasts a while, so...
How long does maternity last?
It depends. I think in America, I don't know, but here it can last up to... I could be wrong, but maybe like... More than a year, for sure. More than a year. Because remember in school, when a teacher got pregnant, that's the last time you saw her, basically.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, if you were like in year 4 and your teacher got pregnant, you'd never see them again.
Yeah.
Because by the time you got to year 7 in your new school...
the baby had engulfed them, really.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So... But yeah, okay, go on. So the younger sister's babysitting, unpaid for...
Yeah, and so from what we've gathered so far from the writer, the author of this brilliant post, the auntie obviously is being the arsehole. But, I mean, there's still a little bit more to read, so we'll continue. A few days ago, I asked my sister if she wanted to come to Dave and Buster's with me and some friends. Are you aware of what Dave and Buster's is?
Only because of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. They've got like arcades and shit, right? Like arcades.
Yeah, it's like food and arcades.
Like pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, she tells me she really... I think that's going to be another element in this whole podcast, is us trying to decipher what the fuck is going on in America.
Yeah.
With their pastimes.
Yeah.
I mean, now, obviously, women get their nails done. And men get their nails done in the UK as well.
It's okay, men, to have your nails
that's
done.
fine. I mean, I'm not... Yeah, I'm
not openly judging.
Yeah, I don't do it, personally. But, it's fine. You do what you want, innit? Anyway, a few days ago, I asked my sister if she wanted to come to Dave and Buster's with me and some friends. She tells me she really wants to, but can't because she's babysitting again. I told her she's allowed to decline. She was a bit scared to say no, but yesterday, she told my aunt that she can't babysit on Friday, brackets, today, and brackets. My aunt says too bad. They have dinner reservations at an expensive restaurant and will lose the deposit, $250, if they don't show up. What the fuck? Okay, anyway, my sister told my aunt that she was exhausted from babysitting, but my aunt basically said, sorry, but she has to stay and watch the Weeds.
She didn't write Weeds. She did not write Weeds.
I did that. She also said reservation... there was something she said like singular, but I had to pluralize it for the English language. Anyway, it's safe to say I'm making some like creative changes.
Okay.
My sister... see, look, again, this person wrote, my sister was disappointed. You can't be is and was disappointed.
Maybe she meant is and was because the time period changed.
Well...
go on. Don't matter, go on.
I suppose at that point, would it not just be was? Or was and is?
Maybe she was typing up the post as this was all going down. Like, she read it, like, please, I don't know what to do.
She went, my sister looked up from her phone, so she's still in the mindset, went, is disappointed, and then continued with the post. That's what I reckon.
Probably.
Yeah.
We went there.
But didn't put up any more fight.
Okay.
At this point, I decided to intervene and told my aunt I'd be picking up my sister on Friday, and that's the end of it. She sent me a whole bunch of texts after that, but honestly, I didn't reply or even read them.
Okay.
I show up to pick up my sister. My aunt comes out to my car yelling at me. She says it's not my business what my sister does, and she's staying. I ignored my aunt and saw my sister at the door and yelled over to her to come get in the car. She did. My aunt couldn't believe that she was actually leaving and started yelling at my sister too. My sister looked scared, but I told her, just get in the car. We drove away.
Wow, what a chad.
So far, the auntie seems...
reasonable.
Bellowing.
Brr, you gotta look after my kids. Brr, you can't go play at the arcade. Brr, I was gonna get shrimp tonight.
I just got my nails done. Alright.
But yeah, what happens next?
Alright. They couldn't find a replacement babysitter last minute and ended up missing their reservation and being charged for the cancellation. My mum is with me on this and said, I did good for getting my sister out of the house. But another aunt heard the story and she told me I shouldn't have picked up my sister after aunt number one said that she already had dinner reservations.
My God.
She also said that I shouldn't have intervened and should have let my sister learn to stand up for herself. Bro, she's 15.
No, go on. I've got some things I want to say on the matter. Go on.
It's the last sentence now. So now I'm questioning if I should have let my sister stay there and learn a lesson in standing up to people, or if I did the right thing. Am I the arsehole for picking up my sister and leaving?
Okay.
And taking her to Dave & Buster's to play arcade games. I added that bit, but that's just context. For a 15-year-old, that's gasworks.
Yeah.
That's the shit you want to do at 15.
Okay.
You know?
So what's your okay? This is the meat of the podcast. So what's your let's dissect this. What's your take on it first off?
It's a mixed bag in it. So the fact that the auntie was not paying the 15-year-old, the babysitter, a dime, but she was making $250 reservations. And looking after toddlers, that shit is that's actually a hassle. It's actually a hassle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot could go wrong with toddlers.
Yeah, anything.
Like
anything
they could choke like nothing.
On anything, like on air, basically.
Like they could drink water funny and cough up a lung.
Yeah. No, but for real though, I think the fact that she wasn't basically what I'm thinking is because she was doing it essentially in good favor, and was like, I've had enough. I wanna go. I want to go Dave & Buster's. Then yeah, but I think it's a mixed bag though, because she said she made a reservation. So reservations you have to obviously do in advance, right? So surely either there was a communication breakdown. I feel like that's going to be my conclusion with literally all of these posts. But if the auntie had said a few days or a week or so before, hey, I'm gonna be going to this restaurant then.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fat reservation price. I need you then. And then last minute, the sisters were like, we're taking a stand against your oppressive leadership.
Oppressive leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership, not even tyranny.
Tyranny in our family. Where's the mum in all of this?
Listen, right? I didn't want to talk over you because it's bad practice in a podcast, but you know what I mean? That's what I'm asking. The whole time you read that thing, I was asking myself, why is this poor girl, right, enslaved by her auntie and staying with her auntie for her summer holidays, if her mother and rest of immediate family seemingly live nearby? Yeah. What's this poor girl subjecting herself to?
Yeah, and the fact that the mom didn't step in until her mom, little footnote at the end of the story of, oh, my mom was proud of me. It's where was she? Yeah. This whole fucking story, dude. This is why your 15-year-old sister's a bit of a pussy, because your mom didn't step in. Obviously hasn't shown her how to backbone up, basically.
But it's very questionable. The whole scenario is very questionable. No, I mean it because it's how do you get we don't know the circumstances she brought herself into her situation. I don't know if she was staying at her auntie because she was fond of her auntie and then she got roped into looking after the kids or whatever. But ultimately, if alright, because the payment aspect. Yeah. I'm gonna do the whole. Yeah. I come from an Italian family, but in my family, for example, it would be weird to ask if someone asked me for a favor, like an auntie or an uncle. With things I can do immediately, stuff that doesn't involve driving and such, because usually it's courtesy to pay for fuel and such. But with stuff doing running an errand or looking after kids, stuff like that, it'd be weird to ask for payment in my family personally. So to an extent, I can see how it would be weird for the auntie to offer payment to her niece to some extent. However, I don't think that her taking advantage of her niece and then the what's it called? Not an expectation. Christ, why does the word escape me? The pretense.
Okay.
There's like not a pretense. Fuck. But yeah, it becomes a demand more than it becomes a demand.
It's like it starts off as a favor, and then it basically becomes a job.
Yeah. Well, slavery.
Yeah. If it's free, Jesus. Yeah.
So there's a lot to unpack here. Wow. Right.
That's good. It was a good start.
It's a good start.
We'll
but
we'll look at the comments in a second as well. But yeah.
So to the whole slavery aspect of this is weird because if I'd been me at 15, okay, by no means an assertive child, but if I saw that I was wasting my summer holiday doing something that blows, and my friends are like, yo, we're going to arcade, are you coming? And I'd be like, I'd probably ditch the toddlers. I'd be like, hell no, I'm not missing out on arcade.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds as though this noble 15-year-old has already sacrificed like a lot of her summer or whatever.
Yeah.
To help out the auntie, but then, I don't know. I do feel like the little detail of getting her nails done. I feel like that was a little like, maybe it was kind of a case of like, oh, maybe the point she was trying to make was like, oh, she's kind of taking the piss. Like she's not actually going out to do important things.
True.
Maybe that's what she meant.
True. No, that's definitely what she meant. She was using her sister, leaving her behind to do inconsequential tasks. Essentially, that's it. I mean, I am more confused as to how this girl would allow herself to be exploited like that.
I've been the parents.
Where were the parents?
No. For real though. Again, just the whole point of the mom stepping in so last minute from the way the story's written, I mean, like, I think you did a good thing. It's like, yeah, where were you?
She was like one of the dudes ad-libbing in a rap video, like coming in like at the end.
Genuine, like one of them ones when she came in right at the end of the story. Went, personally, I wouldn't have that. It's like, yeah, but you've been letting it happen.
MVP's the older sister though.
Oh, for
She's
sure.
not the arsehole in this.
I mean,
I would have done the same exact thing.
To be fair, it's like a double W for older sister, considering she did this thing, she did this valiant thing, made a Reddit post about it, 12,000 upvotes.
Legend.
12,000 upvotes.
Shout outs to you.
Just bang, just like that.
I mean, by the time she typed it up, the problem was probably already solved. To be fair,
for sure.
Because once they've driven off, it's like, well. Problem solved.
She's like, as they're driving off, she's like, okay.
Hey, can you stop texting? No, Reddit needs to know. Swerving in the highway.
Sorry,
and...
You happy you're out of the house? Yeah. Hey, take my phone. Open up Reddit. New post.
Dictating. Like the commune in Rome or whatever.
New post. Don't fucking skip a word either.
If you paraphrase me, I will crash this car.
I'll take you straight back to your auntie.
I swear to God, do not paraphrase
You're gonna be
me.
dreaming of toddlers.
You will have some phantom pregnancy. Okay, so to answer the question, to get to the meat of it, to answer the question, no, the auntie's the arsehole in this, but there are a lot more aspects. So for one, I cannot wrap my head around why she was staying there when it seems like her mother, her sister, I'm addressing you, by the way, the sister immediately, were there. Okay, so there's a lot we don't know, and that's why a lot of questions are arising in my head. But the problem I had was at the end with the other auntie saying that she should have let her sister stand up for herself. To which I say, how?
Exactly.
How do you expect someone who willy-nilly just gives up their summer to look after some other woman, and I do say some other woman even though they're related, because at the end of the day, they may as well have been some random person's kids, you know? They give up their summer to do that, and, it only became a problem when other plans were made for her.
Yeah.
So how do you expect someone like that to stand up for herself? Now, if you said to the sister, I think, did the right thing, because sometimes you do need to stand up for your younger siblings. You do.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who's to say that afterwards, when all this transpired, the sister didn't turn around and said, yeah, listen, you need to grow a pair of proverbial balls because you know, I can't be doing this for you every time.
But then, yeah. But
Who's
then
to say she didn't do that?
I mean, to be fair, the older sister could she could do some social experiment shit. Start taking the younger sister to Dave and Buster's every single day.
And what? Yeah.
And then she'll be like, "What are you doing today?" The little sister's like, I think I just want. Nah, you're not.
No.
You're not. You're coming to Dave and Buster's." And she goes, "All right."
But I'm tired of David Busters. I want to go babysit for free.
That's the problem, though. She's not gonna say, "Oh, I'm tired." This child is a pushover.
Yeah.
Like, nah, what are you doing today? I suppose
She just gets knocked from one toxic relationship to the other.
I suppose I'm going Dave and Buster's again.
I mean, look, I'm sick and tired of playing, you know, Time Crisis free and eating, you know, bad steak and chips. But I guess, you know, if you're so insistent,
Dave and Buster's again. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't
care. Fucking chug your milkshake and shut up.
I don't give a shit, Steve. But yeah, that's the problem though. I think that's like the underlying issue with this whole situation is that it's like, oh, I'm teaching her how to stand up for herself. It's like, are you doing that, or are you just like kind of machine clawing her into another situation that she has no control over?
No, because she wanted to go.
She wanted to go to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Why didn't she? Oh, I suppose she's a child, innit?
No.
Her auntie is like a authoritative figure.
Not anymore.
Well, auntie number 1 is no longer an authoritative figure.
Yeah.
Auntie number 2, on the other hand, alludes onto another story, I reckon. And then mum number 1.
Do you reckon the mum didn't speak up because she's scared of her sisters?
That's the vibe.
Do you reckon there was like 3? Do you reckon there were like 2 more older sisters that weren't mentioned in the story that would have gone to the house and like heard you been talking shit on Reddit? You know, and
I don't know. They sound like, I don't know,
some mafia family type shit.
Yeah, I mean, if the older sister's 20, the younger sister's 15.
No, I'm saying like the mums.
Oh yeah,
sisters.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The aunties are probably in their they're like 40s, 50s. I don't think they're using Reddit. I don't think they're using Reddit.
True.
And plus, this is a very vague story. All we can cover is that they're American because of the dollars. But even then, other countries use dollars.
True, they could be in Canada.
They could be in.
I mean, does Canada have Dave and Buster's? I don't know.
Should we look at the comments?
Yeah, go on. Let's see what people are saying.
All right.
Let's see if people give more substantial. We didn't give any advice.
Well, I feel like the am I the arsehole question is either a yes or a no, but then there's like more. I feel like we've dived into the ifs and buts of the situation.
I mean, yeah, we did address that she's not the arsehole. We do think she did the right thing. So
we're kind of low key. I'm anti-mom, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, mum is low key a snake.
She's a bit of a bitch. Like, if she wasn't.
Now we know where she takes all that lack of backbone from.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the mum's hiding behind the daughters to chat shit to her older sisters.
And then the worst part is the mum gets off scot-free. Because she's just... The auntie's going to come to her and be like, I can't believe your daughters. And then the mum's just going to be like, well, you know, it was all them and not me, so you can't shout at me now.
Don't hit me again.
Maybe. Alright.
We don't know what kind of, like, relationship they have amongst sisters.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Okay. Most 20,000 upvotes this has. This is more than the post.
Okay.
NTA. I am glad your mom is on your sister's side. She should learn to stick up for herself. She's 15 and being taken advantage of by her adult aunt. You did the right thing. ETA. The person who needs to learn here is your aunt, not to take advantage of her niece.
I mean, I suppose that's quite...
Yeah, that is such a middle ground response to this whole
There's no
situation.
edge to it. There's no edge to it. It's like...
Personally, hands up, I'm in agreement with everything I just read. It's like, yeah, of course you're going to get all the upvotes then. Gross.
Can you imagine if we regurgitated all we just said into a Reddit post? We'd probably just... They'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, why are you thinking about this so deeply?
Yeah.
Yes or no, do you agree?
Yes or no?
Yes or no? Alright, then someone responded and said, the mum could also file against the aunt for not paying the little sister for performing childcare. Do they realise that? Dude.
What the fuck?
Chill.
Take her to court!
And then someone responded with, yeah, aunt number 1 owes the sister a minimum of $15 an hour. And I'm guessing that's a couple $1,000s at this point. Dude, people immediately about the bag. not about the.
I mean, you can't eat without the bag. Some sort of compensation or, you know, some perk. Like, oh, like, you look after the weens and I'll drive you, you know, home and back or something. Like, or I'll make sure you got, like, a cooked meal when you come home or whatever. Like, that kind of thing.
That's the thing. I bet you if the auntie was actually nice, and she was like,
you know, if she was a fucking redeemable human being instead of a complete fucking
goblin,
like one-dimensional villain, like.
That's the problem.
No, this sounds like a Disney movie. Like, no, Cinderella, you gotta babysit your ugly sisters.
My evil step auntie wouldn't let my sister leave the house.
And then Cinderella's older sister turned up to the castle, like, put on your shoes, we're leaving. I don't know. Do you want to move on? I feel like
people are questioning maternity leave. Hold on, let's go a bit further down. Some people are questioning where they are, like we were. Some people are arguing if it's in Canada.
I mean,
some people are saying that they've had it harder and made $2 an hour. You just got bumped.
You got bumped.
Sorry, like not everyone has a fat L on their forehead.
Dickhead, how about if you're underpaid, just don't work?
Bro, just quit. Dude.
Just stop working if you're underpaid. Just be like, either you pay me or I stop working.
Yeah, look, alright, here's what you do. If you truly... this is gonna be terrible advice. Don't take this seriously. But take it... alright, if you truly... Look, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, okay, and you feel like you're severely underpaid, just look... If you're... And I mean if you're seething. If you really hate it.
Like, if you spend your days off... Like grief because you got to go back.
Dude, start figuring out a homeless plan.
Or, no, definitely. Listen, all you need, look, beans are cheap. All you need is like a little, you know, like the little satchel. You need the stick and the little satchel, whatever.
I feel like that digs into your shoulder a bit. The stick and the satchel.
I mean, you could probably mug someone for a better bag. I mean, look, every hobo needs like some sort of blade to defend themselves against.
Like a shiv.
I mean, look, in America, you don't even need to be a hobo. You could just literally, like, build a shack in the wilderness and live off the wildlife.
Fruit?
Because there's a lot, I mean, they're
wild berries, mushrooms?
Probably like some game.
Yeah.
Fight off the odd bear and wolf here and there.
Roadkill.
Yeah. You know, be it people or animals.
You didn't even, like... Yeah, your fellow man's helping you. You don't even realise it.
Yeah. I mean, look, once you take the debris of a car out of a carcass, it's actually quite...
Yeah.
You know, palatable.
Probably got quite like a tender taste, I imagine. But yeah, I mean, the other option is obviously work harder and get a job you want. But you know, if you're not in the business for doing that, then I don't know.
Some sound advice I find now. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but don't mix, you know, work and family if you can help it.
True.
Seriously.
You know what, right? That is the key takeaway to this whole situation. That's the key takeaway. Unless
it's like some sort of...
We contemplated homelessness over helping family just then.
Beyond moral gratification, this post serves no purpose, if you ask me. Because, I mean, look, you solved the problem. You rescued your sister.
That's the thing as well. Like, there's actually a solution. There's been a solution. You're basically just like... You're not even asking the question, am I also? You're basically like, by the way, I am a hero.
But then again, that's this whole subreddit. To be fair,
should we move on to another topic?
I think we spoke exhaustively about this. We covered a lot of ground and probably none at all, considering how much we. I mean, look, there was a lot to unpack there. I could not focus on one aspect at a time. I had to like.
Yeah, it was. I think we handled it well.
Yeah, I'm so glad we helped this person.
Yeah, I mean, did we?
We did.
We basically just went. It's your mom's fault for not raising you. Right?
Yep. You should commit matricide.
No, nah. For real though, look, if you're listening out there, person who saved their sister from their aunt to go Dave and Buster's, if you're listening, look, honestly, I'd have a sit down talk with your mom. I'd be like, why aren't you parenting us well?
I mean, one of them's a grown woman. She's 20. The other one by now is a lost cause. She's learned behaviour.
Yeah, she's got some meek mentality.
And listen, she's gonna get like. Yeah. I feel bad.
So your auntie's gonna rope her right back in. Yeah. Before she knows it, she's gonna be like 40, sitting there with the toddlers.
And they're not growing. We're not concerned about the fact that they're not growing, but you're still sat there.
Your auntie's gonna be going out.
And
Dude, she's gonna be right in front of you. She's gonna be bleaching off the varnish just to go back out and get polished again. Just
remember, you're here forever. Okay, enough about that. Let's say, but honestly, if we spoke for 2 hours, we could easily speak for more than 3 hours about this fucking
I could really go in on the mum. I could really go in on the mum. But basically, the 15-year-old is peak, but she's obviously just like, you know, she's been taught bad habits. But
shit, dude! Yeah. This one here.
Okay, yeah.
This one here looks juicy.
Okay, yeah. You can read it.
Okay.
Alright, you got this. I don't want to see it. I didn't even really read the title.
Okay, let's get it. Am I the arsehole for humiliating my wife on social media to quote unquote defend my mum? Oof.
The two most important women in your life.
This is already. Listen, you lost already. Yeah. You by taking a side, you lost. I'm just gonna tell you right. I mean,
you got to be neutral ground.
I'm for the sake of fairness, I'm gonna read the rest of the post.
He's cuffed it as well. He said wife.
He's lost. He took a side. Well, you can't take a side with man, mum or wife. You can't take sides.
The only silver lining I see to the situation is if he's got a prenup. If I'm honest with you.
Okay, I don't know why we're talking about divorce already, because I'm just saying that the only thing, if you take a side and okay.
What's the battery on?
It's low.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, keep talking.
Okay. Well, I'll get into that. I'll get I've spoiled my opinion already, but I'll get into that later. So we finally have gone to. Sorry, bear with me. Let me put my teeth in. We finally have gone no contact with my mum. Finally, I mean, then why did you defend her on social media? Anyway, it was a long, hard decision. But she and my wife are just fundamentally unable to get along and recently had a vicious fight, and I knew I had to put my wife first. Okay. I mean, see, proves to show I'm jumping to conclusions already. This fight was so bad, my mum didn't even protest the no contact. Fucking hell.
She was like, I'm done with you anyway.
We are just done.
I don't want to talk to you. It's calm.
Cool. Don't let the
Why
door.
Why are you talking to me right now then?
Didn't ask. Like,
yeah, okay, go on.
You could have just not said anything.
I'll shut up, go on.
It's just so easy to ad-lib in the midst of it. But
wait, go back from the beginning of that bit.
Yeah. So this fight was so bad, my mum didn't even protest the no contact again. Okay. That's okay. That sentence alone. I'm sorry for longing it, but that sentence alone is just so powerful for me. Anyway, okay, I won't interrupt anymore.
Jokes on you. I don't give a shit anyway. Basically.
Yeah. So we're done with each other, but I can't say it hasn't been gut wrenching, and here we are laughing about it. My mum has given her version of the story to everyone, so I get that my wife wants to defend herself. But I hate that she is posting on social media because I find that tacky, and my mum just told people verbally. Okay.
That is tacky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, my wife made a couple of posts about my mum's behaviour over the years, which, hey, they were true, but then she claimed my mum wore white to our wedding. She didn't, and she posted a picture to prove it. This picture is not from our wedding, it's from my mum's own wedding, and my wife labelled it the mother-son dance. There's a lot more here than there was before.
Okay, wait. From her own wedding, so isn't there just going to be like a 20-year age gap? She suddenly looks like 20 years younger at her wedding.
Okay. Wait. Let's get fuck it. It's a good one, man.
Okay, yeah.
I was mortified. I didn't even care about the white dress, but the man my mum was with was her husband, not me. Face was cropped out, and I felt humiliated. He was holding her very intimately, hand on her lower back, her head buried in his chest. My mum and I would never ever touch each other like that.
That's so weird.
And it made me feel ick. Hell, my mum was stiff during the actual mother-son dance. I know some families are more affectionate, but I would just never do that. I asked my wife to take it down, and she refused.
What?
Oh my god.
Dude.
I took it into my own hands and commented and says, honey, I think you're confused. That's stepdad's name. Remember that was their wedding. She actually wore green to ours and posted the pictures for proof. My wife was furious and deeply hurt. She broke down crying and said I publicly humiliated her and sided with my mum. She said she just wanted a little bit of petty revenge, and I should have taken her side. It's been a day and she's still clearly upset. Fucking hell. Okay.
Is it the whole thing?
Yeah, that's it.
And then the final question: does he question it at the end? No, that's
Am I? No. Well, he. You know, that's in the. It's in the title.
It's in the title.
So again, am I the asshole for humiliating my wife on social media to defend my mum? Christ alive.
To be fair, your wife almost made you look like a bitch.
And listen, your wife is making you look like a bitch on a daily basis. I'm afraid.
Somehow, some way, there was a picture circulating of my mum at her. I guess obviously because he said stepdad, right?
Yeah.
So it must have been a later wedding, so it wasn't that long ago. So she must still look similar, right? Because I was gonna say
maybe, yeah, you might be. I mean,
Yeah.
see what I mean? Even with the previous one, there are so many aspects of this stuff we don't know that bring forth so many questions and lead to us poorly speculating.
that must be the case. That must be how she thought. That's so manipulative, though, dude. To just be like, oh, and here's my husband's mum dancing with my husband really weirdly. It's like, yeah, but you're also like, it's like you're chopping off your nose to spite your face. Like you're also making this human that you love, like, look like a bit of a dickhead. Like, I don't know, it's just bad.
Man,
like,
that's
and then like the follow through as well. The follow through to be like, conjure this fucked idea, post the fucked idea. Your husband is like, yo, this was a really bad idea, and then you're just like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, it's just like a streak of like red flags.
She apologized. She said she wanted a bit of petty revenge. Why?
You need to let go.
What do you mean petty revenge, my son and my daughter? What do you need? What do you mean? Like, I mean, look, okay. So first of all, let me break this down to you, okay? Let me break this all down for you, both the listeners at home, and if by some miracle the people who made this post are listening.
Yeah.
I really hope you get a divorce. Just saying. First of all, so you posted.
Not counselling.
Eh?
Not counselling. You don't think they could go to
No.
counselling?
Listen, we're past the point of counselling when she wants.
Divorce.
If she wants petty revenge on your mother, it's past the point of counselling.
Yeah.
She belongs to the streets.
Some Home Alone shenanigans.
Honest, dude. But yeah, let me say. Okay, first of all, she posted a picture of her husband's mother's wedding, an event where a lot of family members must have been present.
True.
To attest she was talking shit immediately from memory. Okay.
That's a bit cringe.
Second of all, the husband who made the post brings up the body language. That's another factor to consider.
Do you know what, right? That's a powerful point as well.
That's
the
another
fact that he brought that up. That's a lot of people are going to be like, that's a bit weird.
Exactly.
He came to that. This man is obviously quite self-aware. You know.
Yes. And I'm not, and I'm gonna get into like I'm underneath the umbrella right now because there's an overarching issue here.
Yeah.
I'll get to that later.
So, but are you hammering home why you think they should just divorce?
No.
Okay.
The divorce is just do yourself a favor, get rid of her. But because she sounds like a cunt, to be fair. I don't know if you want to keep that in, but okay.
Yeah, I'm curious how long they've been married as well.
But anyway, let me get to the point. The point is that not only did she post something that was so easily disprovable, but then she had the audacity, I mean, to claim that, you know, she was publicly humiliated by her husband when she publicly humiliated herself. I mean, the husband took an L because anyone else could have posted that picture. Anyone else could have made that point. Anyone else could have made that point. He was just stupid for making it himself and putting himself in the line of fire.
But what, you reckon he could have been like, message your friend and be like, I beg you,
dude, not even, man. So anyone else would have been like, because I imagine she can't have too much of a high opinion in the family. Anyone, an auntie, a cousin, an uncle could have been like, you're full of shit. This is the picture of dude's mum at your wedding. She was wearing green. Shut the fuck up. But the husband took it upon himself to do that himself when honestly he didn't need to do that. He didn't need to get involved, and that's why I said in the beginning, even now that I got the whole picture, I still sustain he didn't need to get involved.
Just the fact that she's like, and my wife labelled it mother-son dance, dude. What?
And she cropped out the dude's face.
For real.
What a Hail Mary.
What, for real.
What a Hail Mary to fucking throw shade, man.
For real talk, what do you see in your wife, dude?
Okay. And this brings me to the overarching issue, however you want to say it. Why is this taking place over social media? Where you are literally like right now, you are being made fun of for posting your matters publicly for the world to see.
I mean, it's a heavy situation, to be fair. Like, your mum, like, literally, you came out of her.
Listen, okay, the mum can be an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah. The fact that he was just like, we cut off ties and she doesn't give a fuck. I'm like, that's it then. She's won. She's won. If you're sitting here, she was sitting here, tapping away, making a Reddit post, right? And this whole, look, your mum is sitting in her living room, watching like Price is Right or something, feet up, on the poof.
I have no son.
She's winning, dude.
But okay,
I bet that fucking microwave's $60. That's what she's doing right now.
Okay,
You're sitting here pouring your heart out on a message board. Didn't even exist 20 years ago, right?
Okay, can we just take a moment to, because I'm sorry, but no matter how I look at this, the wife is to blame. Because look, from what I can gather, I mean, I could be wrong because again, not the whole context through this post. Look, the mother and the wife had beef, but the mother wasn't going around like spreading falsities on social media.
Yeah.
As far as I can count, so if anything, like the mother was the one that came out on top because she lost a limp dick son and a bitch daughter-in-law. So you know, worked out for her.
She got married not long ago as well.
Yeah.
So she's getting, you know, your mum's getting dick down. Probably, hey, I'll be honest.
Guilt-free.
Guilt-free,
like
dick, dude. And you know what? She probably gets on the wedding dress sometimes.
Yeah, and just to be like, yeah, I still look good in it. You know,
yeah.
she's just like, you know, she's just like.
Let me do that thing where I put my head in your chest.
All the pictures of her son have been turned around in the house, like.
Not even put away.
Like she scribbled, like all the childhood pictures, scribbled his face off.
You know, I bet sometimes she thinks about the fact that she just doesn't talk to her son. Little smirk just pops up on her face.
Christmas is a lot cheaper for her.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
That's a good point.
She goes like a cruise every year.
I think the thing that annoys me though is the fact that this person started the post with, we finally have gone no contact with my mum. It's like, yeah, but what's the context though? Why did you? It was a long, hard decision, but she and my wife are just fundamentally unable to get along. But surely, like that's like a cornerstone of marrying someone though. You want them to get along with your mom, surely. Like if you've got a good relationship with your mom, you want them to get along with your mom as well. Not like best friends necessarily, but you want them to kind of get along.
You can be very disagreeable with your partner's parents.
True.
However, I do think compromise is key.
True.
And I'm not even on a joke level. I think compromise in a relationship with things that can't be helped is key. It depends on the character of the, you know, the two individuals. Because if they're both very argumentative, then yeah, I can see that being a problem. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that, you know, issue of no contact needs to be established.
True.
I mean, look, it's all circumstantial. It's all circumstantial at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I can't lie. The dude's mum's kind of my hero because the wife is irredeemable.
Yeah.
In this story, I'm sorry. In this story,
your wife sucks, dude. Your wife sucks.
Like, and if you have to keep making excuses for her, it's you fucked up. You chose poorly.
Yeah, I feel like you made some bad life decisions. I'll be honest. You fucked it. You fucked it a little bit.
I mean,
and now you're taking to Reddit to like, honestly, you know what it feels like? You know what it feels like this guy's doing? He's like kind of clawing at the grains of kind of self-respect he has left.
Which is none, by the way.
Into the palm of one hand. And he's showing it to the world. He's like, but I defended my mom. That makes me okay, guys. Like, nah, you've already fucked it. You've already made too many wrong decisions.
Listen, motherfucker. Proverbial, because you don't speak to your mom. Why did you even bother defending your mum if you're glad to go no contact with her?
You know what I think? I think he's still hurting. I think Loki, he wishes he had a better relationship with his mum.
Yeah.
And this is his way of like
trying to redeem himself.
Yeah, right. This took a deep turn. What do you think the stepdad thinks of all of this? Imagine he's flicking through Facebook and he's like, "That's me."
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the comment.
Yeah.
There you go. That comment could have saved his fucking life had he just sat back.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Well, message his stepdad. Like they both look. They obviously both want the best for his mom. Message his stepdad on the side and be like, "Yo, can you just comment like?"
nah, man. I don't think that's necessary.
That's me, Lamo.
I don't think that's because even then, that's taken aside. And if it were to come out, he did that. He would have been fucked anyway. That's what I mean.
Dude, there's no winning from this situation.
There is no winning.
Actually, look at it. Yeah, go on.
No, just that like.
Oh, I don't want to cut you off. Yeah.
No. I'm just gonna leave it at the wife seems to be short-sighted and frankly,
Total bitch.
Not even kind of total bitch. Total bitch. Because why the fuck? Listen, you're gonna go no contact. What the fuck do you need petty revenge for? Are you gonna fucking sit on your throne and be like, haha, I sure showed her, and like carry on scheming further ways to be a shit human being?
That's just so what a mess.
Wow.
What a mess.
But yeah, let's read the comments. Let's see how many people say.
Like, how much you want to bet?
Actually, no. This one could go either way. This one could go either way.
I'm curious to know what the top comment is for this post. Not the arsehole. She publicly humiliated herself by acting like a petty teen engaged in a social media smear campaign. Well, yeah, that's like the most surface level observation about this whole situation. Like, water is wet.
Yes. Yeah.
That's. Oh, do you read this one?
Which one?
The top one, the top.
Not an asshole. Your wife is immature for doing that. Why would she post such a thing, not considering your feelings about it, much less your mother's, even if you guys are at odds with her? She deserves being called out. Next time she'll be mindful of what she posts. Wife sounds like a drama queen. Oh.
That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, your wife does sound like a
drama queen is being too kind.
How'd you marry that dude?
How'd you fucking talk to someone like that? I bet you she wants to have. I bet you any money she's the kind of person that needs to have the last word in an argument.
Dude, the fact that he was like, and she started crying, doesn't want to talk to me now.
Then don't talk to her.
What were you doing, dude?
I mean,
you actually snookered yourself.
She'll probably chat shit about you on Facebook next time anyway.
Dude, the moment the waters get a bit choppy,
listen, she's gonna end your life.
She might actually kill you.
She might literally pack your bags and run.
She might.
Listen. You need to get on a plane. You go to Tahiti. You lay low, right? And you work as like a fisherman or something like anonymous. You grow a mustache. She won't recognize you. And you just get away from it.
You need to distance yourself, bro.
Don't have kids with her.
Yes, please, God.
Because then it's gonna be 2v1.
She's gonna sink her claws into your wings.
I do think that he was well within his rights in addressing the matter, but I feel like he lost when he intervened on social media. That's when I think he lost. Yeah. This woman did not see reason, and that's why I think this woman in the post is a bitch, and the husband has made a big mistake.
Final thoughts on this whole situation. What it feels like. Feels like my man started cooking a meal, started like combining ingredients to make a recipe, right? And then he went too far with the ingredients, and now it's on the stove and it's boiling.
He burnt the omelette.
It's like on the stove, it's boiling, and now he's like kind of taken to the internet to be like, how do I unfuck this meal? It's like, you've already made it.
Now you have to eat it.
You've already made it.
Either bin it or eat it. My brother.
That's it. You're done.
Try again.
Yeah, either you completely start over, new ingredients, new meal, new town,
new
face, mom, new mom, new mom. See if you're old people's homes. There are loads of them.
Just like abduct an old lady and be like, "You're my mom now."
I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Yeah, probably. You probably treat them better than their sons who abandoned them to the home.
True.
Wow, we really derailed.
You need better like female figures in your life,
and you need to pick your battles, my son.
Yeah.
You're probably older than me.
There are some stellar women out there. You know none of them.
Yeah.
I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
You know none of them.
What do you think? One more?
Read the title and tell me that doesn't tickle you.
Alright, let's see. Am I the asshole for not wanting my boyfriend's kids to come to my birthday party? My boyfriend's kids. Okay, self-explanatory. I have been the stepmom to my boyfriend's 2 kids for the last few years. Few years? She's 23.
Christ alive.
Him and the biological mother trade off. Why can't you just say the mother?
I don't know, dude.
I don't like this person already. Trade off the kids every week. So last year we had the kids. They're 4 and 6. Why couldn't she have just done that for the others? For my birthday, no problem. We had a blast, kept it low key, and I was fine with that. This year rolled around, and I knew it would be their weekend to be with their mum on my birthday. Great. I can plan something with no kids and throw a real party and really relax with drinks and friends and all that good stuff. I'm in my early 20s, and I doubt most people my age would feel otherwise. I mean, you said this now, but then previously you were like, oh, you know, the party I had with the kids were great, but now I can have a fucking real party. So what that alludes to me is like, you're basically like, it was a bit shit. Like, the previous party was kind of shit because children were around. And I agree, that would like fucking muddy up the vibe. But, you know, I feel like for Reddit's sake, you're like, I love them being there, but now I get to have like fun. Yeah. Now they're there. Yeah. Bent over on the sofa. I doubt most people my age will feel otherwise. Okay, I'll just try and read through a lot of it now.
Okay.
So I decided to rent a really nice place with a pool and just invite all my friends and boyfriend's family, parents, siblings. No kids, seeing as my boyfriend's kids aren't coming either. Well, now he tells me that he's going to have the kids' mom drop off the kids at the rental house on my actual birthday, day 1 of the weekend. We're on multi-day birthday celebration.
It's a bender.
And we'll have them for the day/night. I'm really blunt, and I told him I was thinking we could keep it no kids because that was the original plan. When we have his kids, I am 100% their mother figure, and therefore they need me for everything. I am never alone. My name is always being called, and I just want a weekend, my weekend, where I can let loose and enjoy myself and not have to worry about babysitting. I understand that some of my boyfriend's family might come, but I don't see how that's excluding the kids if they were already supposed to be at their designated parents' home for that weekend. Anyway, can I stop for a second?
Okay.
She's 23. Man's 30. He's got 2 kids. She knew this, and now she's upset that they're like part of the dynamic, and they're 4 and 6. What's she thinking? This was always going to be a factor.
I mean, it's not so much that. I think it's just because like there was an understanding that the kids were accounted for that weekend, and then something changed, and it just wasn't suiting her. That's all.
Well, now, understandably, my boyfriend is very upset, and I don't know if it's just the age difference, and maybe he's just far more mature than I am. But in my mind, I sure as hell will be planning occasional kid-free party/vacations when I have children of my own. Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I hate children.
Yeah. I just want to cancel the whole thing if it means that I have to babysit the entire time and not be able to relax for the party/weekend that I'm literally paying for myself. I feel like I deserve it. Plus, the kids are always fighting/crying. I just do not feel like dealing with that for one time. Am I the arsehole? Dude, she does. Why the fuck is she in a relationship with someone who has kids when she doesn't want kids around? Which is fair. It's so fair that she is...
For her birthday.
Well, no, well, she's 23 as well. I mean, in general.
Let's be pragmatic here, okay? If we take it at face value, she just feels like she would like to celebrate her birthday like a person her age would typically. It could also be the case that the children are low-key a source of resentment to an extent.
Oh, dude, the way that read, definitely.
And it's only coming out now that it's impeding her plans. Although she said, oh, we had a blast last year. I don't know how true that can be, considering how if it was last year they were 3 and 5, and kids that age tend to be quite...
That's a good point.
Quite rowdy.
She literally goes, oh, we had a blast, but now I get to have real fun. And then goes, all they're doing is they're fucking fighting and crying all the time, and they need me. It's like, yeah, that's what children are. Like, that's all they do at that age.
Well...
They're literally constantly looking for, like, answers from adults at that age. and like in their eyes, you might as well be old as your boyfriend, as old as your boyfriend. To be honest. So what the fuck, dude? I don't know. Like, what did you? Real talk. You're just stupid. What did you expect? What did you expect?
I mean, they are little kids.
Like, what? You meet this dude. I got 2 children. You're like, I don't mind. And he's like, they're 3 and 5. Oh, I don't. Oh no. At that point, dude, she said a few years. So at that point,
who knows how young they were?
Well, so there's 2 years age difference. He could have been like, yeah, they're 1 and 3, right? What were you expecting?
I mean, to not foresee this shit from happening from time to time, it is a bit fucking short-sighted.
You're just dumb, dude. You're just fucking dumb.
No, outright dumb, stupid. Are you fucking?
It's true.
Stupid.
It is true though. It's like, oh, I'm basically their mom, and I'm just such a great person. But I fucking hate when they cry and fight. It's like that's literally what parents have to deal with, dude. What were you expecting?
I just want to get plastered and get my titties out.
I want to go fucking crazy. I want to have a weekend with no fucking kids around. I fucking hate kids. But anyway, I'm just trying to be their mom. I'm basically their mom.
Through and through. This one's tricky. It's like
my boyfriend's upset. It's like, yeah, they're his ilk, man.
Like, yeah, it's tough because there's kids in it, so
They came from him.
You got to tread lightly in it because with kids it's always a matter of. With like spouses, so far we've covered sisters, we've covered mothers, we've covered spouses, but with kids, I have to admit, you have to tread lightly. You have to tread very lightly, especially if they're your partner's kids, because your role is very, what's the word? Your role is very not limited, but your authority only goes as far as a certain point. The dude is upset.
Naturally.
But the problem here is that he was going to let loose too that weekend. So he's, he should have fought for his right to party. And, I mean, look, okay, I understand. I don't have kids of my own. But I do understand you do anything for your kids. Absolutely. No question. Okay, I'm not putting that into question. But what I'm putting into question is the biological mother. Why is she, if it was from why... They said it was her weekend, so why now are they getting the kids? You should have accounted for it.
Okay, I mean, I feel like maybe I'm being a bit brash with this actually. Look, fair enough. Fair enough. You love this dude, whatever.
You fully crucified this woman. To be fair, immediately. I drew to some conclusions earlier, but you were like, no, none of this.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Children.
No, but like the vibe that it's like you can kind of see the it's like it's the Chinese philosophy thing of like people have 3 faces. It's like one when you're with people you don't know, one when you're with people you do know, and then one when you're alone, right? Okay. I'll be honest, your alone face is slipping a little bit when you say shit like, yeah, and it was great, but now I get to have fun. It's like yeah, okay, so basically what you're saying is you didn't really have a great time.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's how I'm reading it.
Because, I mean, to some extent, you are still caring for them. You are still looking after them. So, yeah, I mean, I can see it. I can understand it. But, yeah, I mean, I'm a bit stumped on this one. It's tricky. But I think...
I don't know.
I think she's the arsehole.
Yeah.
I think she's the arsehole because...
I actually do think she's an arsehole.
Because it's like... I mean, okay, listen... I understand, for one, it's your birthday, but who's to fucking say, you can't say, okay, next weekend the baby mama's got the kids, let's go nuts next weekend instead, and do so, like, lay off this week, could take it easy this week, save a bit of money, and then do something a bit more, next weekend.
So she didn't really give us, like, time frames either, because if her boyfriend was like, a month or so before all of this is happening, he's like, actually, it would be nice to have the kids there or whatever, right? Fair enough. It's not his day. You know what I mean? Like,
he could be. I do agree. He could be a bit more like fair play about the matter. So he's not happy about the kids being excluded. All right. She could. Okay. Yeah. She could have seen this shit coming and made a contingency plan.
Yeah.
Like.
Why did? Okay. But first off,
babysitter. There's this one we know works for free.
True, dude. True. Why don't they get a babysitter and done?
Yeah.
It feels like a weird workaround when you only have your kids 50% of the time, and it's a weekend ordeal as well. So the babysitter's gonna have to be there for a whole weekend. So I don't know.
Could be expensive.
Dude, how's she 23 and she's renting out a whole fucking place? Yeah, 23.
Good money.
Yeah.
Must be earning good money.
She's obviously doing well for herself. So, with that in mind, why are you dating a guy with 2 kids that aren't yours? Maybe you love him, I guess.
No, but I mean that's not the point. The point is don't complain about it.
Yeah,
Like, if you're committed,
there
don't
we go.
complain
Sorry,
about
yeah. My thought process sounded ignorant. Yours sounded mature.
No, I mean it. I mean, like, look, okay, you again compromise. Like, look, okay, look, you don't, okay, you. No, but here's the thing. She's talking about cancelling the whole thing. You stupid bitch, just reschedule it.
No, but I think her point though, is it's like on the day. It's like specifically on the day.
Listen,
but a party is a party at the end of the day.
When
like,
you have kids, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, like obviously, there's definitely a way out of this maze where you don't have to have those fucking kids because hey, let's be honest. Hey, let's be honest. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. You don't want them around because you don't like them. Trust. I get you. We're vibing.
Don't worry, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm not trying to project. I get what you're saying, right? But look, as we've discussed, you're gonna have to compromise. Like that's it. You like one way or another. Rearrange it for another weekend when you definitely know the kids aren't gonna be there.
Yeah, because she's talking about cancelling the whole thing. She's like, I don't want to do this if I have to babysit.
Dude.
No, but I can understand that. I can understand you don't want to do it. But if you've got the power to cancel it, then just fucking reschedule it.
True.
Okay, so what? Look, it's gonna be your birthday. People are still gonna make a big deal about you. The people around you. Okay, you're gonna have your fucking cake on your birthday. People are still gonna come and give you all the attention you want, and and then the next weekend, yo, fellas, everyone, let's go to the pool and do our thing like we were meant to do this week, but we can't because of the fucking kids.
I love spending time with them. I love spending time with them.
Fucking, I just can't wait to let loose. Oh, I don't want them there.
Yeah, but I love spending time with them.
I'm
practically a mother figure to them.
I'm always there for them, but my God, when they're not there, oh my God.
Alright, wait. Let's read the update.
The update. Oh shit, yeah.
Okay, update. He is genuinely upset with me now, calling me selfish, / that I don't know what it's like to have kids, / I'm deliberately excluding them,
No.
/ leaving them out of a fun memory, / etc. I'm not sure how that's the case if they weren't originally supposed to be there in the first place, seeing as it's their mom's week. Any thoughts?
Too many. Now I've got a problem with the man.
Yeah.
By fucking calling her selfish, you lost because it proves you don't understand what's going on. Because
You were 23 once, ages ago.
No, that's not the point. The point is that this, it was okay. All the facts are stacked with her. Okay, It was meant to be the baby mama's turn. She expressed, please no kids. He agreed. Now that the kids have to be involved for whatever reason, she is a bad person for still wanting to have a motive with no kids. How are you so thick? That's not selfishness. That's just being frustrated about your arrangements not going how you wanted. I take everything I said back. This dude's a bitch.
Yeah, he's fucked it.
I mean, of course she doesn't fucking know what it's like to have kids. She's 23, you bombaclat.
Yeah.
Like she's fucking. She might know she's looking after your kids. The idea of saying you don't know what it's like to have kids, I feel like it's such a shit mentality to have.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like, because you don't have kids, you don't know what it's like to make sacrifices. What? Okay, I get it. It's a different type of commitment. It's a different. Okay, yeah, fine. There's nothing quite like it in human experience, but in another being before you to that extent. I get it. I'm not discrediting what parents do all over the world by no means. But saying, by saying you don't know what it's like to be a parent, I feel like that sentence holds behind it, like this, because you're not a parent, you don't know what it's like to have difficulties in life. That's what I feel like the hidden message is.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
And listen, this girl looks after your weens, right, on a regular, and she's like, look, she could just as easily turn around and be like, bruv, they're not my kids. They're not my kids. I don't know what to tell you, okay?
I do what I need to do on a daily basis.
But then why is she, again, it goes back to the whole, why is she even with him? If she doesn't want the hassle of and the stress of what comes with looking after kids.
This is the opposite of the baby mama being unreasonable.
Both of these people are just dumb human beings.
I
They're
feel
both
like
just
they are.
stupid.
I feel
They're
like they
both
are.
just dumb, and they're upset that like kids are involved, right? But again, it's the woman she could just walk away. She could just walk away. She has no.
In all fairness, though, this is our interpretation. In all
Yeah.
fairness, she could be cool with it.
Yeah, she could be cool with it. He must be laying down some good.
I mean, I
dick.
can't speak for this pull-out game, but
Yeah, his pull-out game is probably awful, right? Probably it's it's like putting up an anchor or something. I reckon.
he does not want to come up. Come up for air. I feel like we dissected this long enough. Shall we look at the comments?
Yeah, go on then.
I mean, we went on a real paternity
Well,
maternity tangent.
It's just
here.
because both of them just don't really seem to be making great points.
No.
The problem is as well. It's obviously it's all written from her perspective, so we have to kind of take what we can from how because it's obviously evidently one-sided. So I went on a bit of a rant about just her. Like don't get like it's like just to clarify. I feel like a bit of complete cunt towards her. But just to clarify,
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah.
We've ripped into this woman from
Look,
the beginning.
it's absolutely fine that she wants to have a good time. Just we'll get into the comments in a second. It's absolutely fine she wants to have a good time. I'm on her side under that aspect. It's completely fine, okay? But the moment you were like, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend, this is kind of low-key, this is kind of something.
You must have
You
known.
just went, well, this is the baggage that I'm about to take on.
Before we read the comments, let me, if you're still having this problem, OP, solution is dump the kids in the pool.
Yeah. Wait,
And, I mean, no.
what do you mean? Clarify. Sounds like you're encouraging murder.
No, I take that back. I swiftly take that back. Just hire that babysitter that works for free.
It's for,
just-
they're a dime a dozen, it seems.
It seems, and they're all
Well,
at Dave and Buster's.
They're actually not. They're not a dime a dozen because they couldn't get one short notice.
Yeah,
No,
true.
sorry. Real quick, before we continue, do you have any problems that you want us to talk about? Do you have a weird story you want us to discuss? Instead of this huge diversity of people, do you want to just talk to two people about your problems with relatively narrow-minded views and see what they have to say? Well, now you can. We're gonna have an email. Post-production Gali here. The email address is hello@gorillahotline.com. So that's spelled GUERRILLAHOTLINE.com. Okay, so yeah, submit your stuff here. Thank you. And and there you go. You can email us your problems or situations or good stories or whatever relationship. We love talking relationship advice. Would be fantastic. Yeah, and you know what?
Just send your woes in.
Anything juicy as well.
Just
Nothing too sad as well. We're gonna just delete those emails. Nothing too sad.
we might make fun of you actually.
I'll probably. You know what I'll end up doing with those people who just send in sad emails. I'll allude to you, but I'm not going to mention your name or when you sent it or what the full context was. I'm going to annoy you. I'm going to blue ball you a little bit, just so you to deter you from ever writing in again. All right. But yeah,
You started off right into us. Don't fucking write to me.
No, but I'm just saying, write to us, but just don't give us shit. Like,
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You got a problem. You got a dilemma.
yeah,
If you got something you want to take off your chest and you want to hear our input on it,
yeah,
send it to us. Look, we're being upfront. We might make fun of you. We might take you seriously. The point is that roll the dice, and you might come out with some insight from two average fellas who probably don't know what they're talking about.
True, yeah.
And I think for free, that's a pretty good deal.
for free. Yeah.
Write to us.
Write to us.
Let's see the comments.
Write to us.
Not the arsehole. Tell your boyfriend he can stay home with the kids if he wants them this weekend. You had plans and have paid for them. That's stupid.
That is so
That's
savage.
stupid.
That's so savage.
Like, no, it's stupid because it's like, look, the whole point of... Apart from the fact that she said that the boyfriend's family members are coming. So, hey, look, it's great to have you without my boyfriend, your son, or my boyfriend, your brother.
Too bad
You can celebrate me, not the mother of your grandchildren.
Yeah. There's going to be a weird aura at that party.
She's going to be the only one just living it up.
Yeah, she's gonna be living it up, gassed. But everyone else is just gonna be a bit stressed out and like down in the dumps, I reckon.
Let's see. Any more insight?
Kids don't have to be invited to everything, someone said.
Okay.
Which is true. The top one.
Not the arsehole. You planned an adult, no kids activity for your birthday on a weekend. Your boyfriend does not have his children. There you go. He had zero business making arrangements to drop off his children at your adults only party without your knowledge or consent. It's not an age difference thing, it's a mutual respect and courtesy thing. He was not respectful of your plans and courteous to you. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah. I still don't understand where the kids came from.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, like, okay, I know where kids come from. I mean, like, where they came from in the equation, because I just don't understand what went wrong here.
Yeah, he fully tried to slide them under the door.
Because she started off saying, well, we weren't meant to have them this weekend, so why suddenly do you have to have them for that day?
Do you not have, like, surely, like, your whole family, like, surely you've got, like, an old woman in the family who can just look after them for a bit.
Yeah, because
they're foreign. They're foreign. They're fucking. Like, well, they've had their fun.
Yeah. Now we need to have fun because we've got a life to live.
Yeah. The future is ours.
You know, I believe children are the future.
No, but if surely you have, like, there's an old person you can dump them on.
Yeah, or you know, just. I mean, pretend to abandon them. Just leave them on a church doorstep and be like, I found my kids when the weekend is finished.
To be fair...
Problem solved.
To be fair, if you've rented a whole house, just put them in a spare room.
Lock them in.
iPad.
Food. Drink. Tell them to piss and shit in the corner.
Little hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, man.
Check it, like, not, you know, literally, you don't even really have to talk to them. You could Morse code it. You could just... on the door, and then you wait for the... back.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't come up with this on your own. You
Yeah.
had to make a Reddit post about it.
Yeah. I mean, I reckon she actually did this plan. Do you reckon they had to come in the end? How old is this post? Oh, it's only 20 hours old, I think. 20 hours old.
Wow. Okay.
I hope that there's an update. Do you reckon that it's only been 20 hours though? Yeah. Brand new.
Fresh off the griddle.
Mental.
What do you say? Do you think we dissected this in depth enough? I think we did.
I think let's wrap it up. I think we've gone kind of hard. We've gone kind of hard.
I mean, closing thoughts on that last one. Just figure it out. Just drop your responsibilities off on someone else.
Honestly. Alright, anyway, if you've enjoyed listening, then feel free to hit follow on whatever podcasting platform you're using. Thank you for being here with us. Again, if you've got a problem, you can just give us fake names and we'll talk shit. Again, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Yeah, bye.